What is going on, you guys? Josh here from the DeFi Guys, and in this video I want to talk about my $1 million Hex trade. Yes, I've finally joined the Hex army. I've finally gotten into Hex. We're going to be talking about what Hex is, how it works today in this video. And please let me know in the comments, what do you think Hex is going to do this next bull cycle? Do you think it's going to go to $2? Do you think it's going to go to $5? Let me know in the comments below. And go ahead and subscribe and tick the bell icon if you want to receive daily updates on my crypto portfolio, exactly what it is that I'm doing to generate wealth in the crypto and specifically the DeFi space. So remember that this is never financial advice. Do not construe this education as financial advice. It's just me simply documenting my journey. Take responsibility for your own investments, for your own actions, and again, make sure that you do your own research. So let's go ahead, let's talk about Hex. I think Hex is going to be even bigger than what it is right now because we've got Pulse Chain, we've got Pulse X, which is the decentralized exchange that's going to be launching on the Pulse chain with a lot less fees than what you're getting on Ethereum. Obviously, there's going to be the biggest airdrop in history, so whatever you've got on the Ethereum network on your MetaMask will be mirrored on the Pulse chain network. So Hex stakes average 38% returns a year. This is the first blockchain certificate of deposit, high returns, no minimum, and decentralized design. Guys, I got into this because the Hex army, guys, the Discords, the Telegram groups, the culture on YouTube, they are irrational. They are cult-like. And when people hear cult, they run the other direction. I don't. I run towards their direction harder because it's hard to create these types of communities. And when you have these types of communities, they tend to spread like wildfire. So there's 479,768 wallets already that own Hex. So far, the Hex price went up 9,481x in under 2 years, which is actually better than Bitcoin and better than Ethereum. A lot of controversy over Richard Hart, of course. A lot of people say that he brags, he boasts a lot, which you might see that he's egotistical. You might see that he's full of himself, but the guy is knowledgeable, and that's really what I pay attention to. So this is something I really believe in. I think this is something that crypto needs. I believe that there's real world utility for Hex, and the past few years and the past few years has proven that Hex is a project that is here to stay, that is here long term, and new investors are discovering Hex each and every day. And I like to, of course, when I know there's some news that's coming out, I like to be ahead of the curve, which is why I got Hex roughly a week ago when Hex was right around 0.047 cents, right around here. And now you can see it's 0.059, almost 6 cents. And since then, if we go to the swap feature here, I decided to put $100,000 into Hex, which is worth right now roughly $122,630. So you guys can see I put my money where my mouth is. This is something that I truly believe in. So let's go to how it works. I would encourage you guys to watch this video. This will explain Hex in 113 seconds. But essentially, Hex is the first high yield blockchain certificate of deposit. CDs, known as certificates of deposit or time deposits, are worth trillions of dollars. CDs are worth more than gold, credit card, and companies, and cash. CDs pay higher interest than savings accounts, requiring money to be deposited for a fixed time. Banks profit on poor customer service, early withdrawal fees, and auto-renewing you at worse rates. They pay pitifully low interest. New money is printed all the time, making yours less valuable. Hex monetizes the time value of money in a totally new and better way. It takes the concept of CDs to the next level. Hex replaces inefficient currencies, banks, and payment networks with verifiably secure peer-to-peer technology. So this is a real-world use case. In Hex, you're the bank. The more you learn about it, the more you'll love it. the price of Hex appreciated faster than anything else. So you can read here on what Ethereum has done, what Bitcoin has done, and what Hex has actually done. So Bitcoin went up 10x from 6,500 to 65K in the same time frame, while ETH did a 30x from 140 to 4,400. And let me preface this by, I kind of skipped ahead here. The idea was to create a cryptocurrency that appreciates faster than Ethereum. Okay, that was the purpose of Hex. That's why this was built on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, Ethereum price made a 10,000x in 2.5 years. Hex already has done a 10,000x in under 2 years, and that's actually before staking. Okay, so you can read more about this here. Life-changing wealth creation comes with extreme price volatility. So yes, there's extreme price volatility. Bitcoin seems as though every 4 years or so, it crashes roughly 85 to 90%. That's something that's not new. Micro cap coins crash even lower. So there's a lot of volatility, but there's even more upside potential with microcap coins that are up and coming, that do have an amazing community and a great development team like Hex. So why would you go and reinvent the wheel with another project that's starting ground floor, that has to build that culture, that has to build trust, when Hex has everything that you need to just jump on board and ride the wave, ride the marketing, and ride the, obviously the success that it's already had up to this point. So Hex stakes average around 40% APY, and you earn rewards every day. So what I want to do is I want to jump over here. If you decide to actually stake Hex, so you can not only purchase and hold, but you can stake Hex. And as you noticed from the home page, it says the average APY is 38%. So I've got some really rough numbers here. And here's my principle. Let's say I decided to go ahead and stake this for 1,000 days. So with Hex, you can choose the amount of days that you want to go ahead and stake. So what we can do is we can go to hex.com, we can click on the stake feature here, and I can click on max. And let's say that we wanted to stake. Let's make sure that my wallet is actually connected. Let's say that we wanted to stake a certain amount of Hex. Let's say I want to stake my whole entire amount for 1,000 days, right? You could pick 5 days, you could pick 30 days. The longer that you stake, the more bonus rewards that you're going to get. So let's say it's roughly, roughly 3 years or so. That's going to give me 1.15 million Hex, plus I'm going to get an extra 2,966. This is the total Hex. And this is the Hex, including my initial principal. So the principal and the interest is paid out after the end of your stake. So essentially what you're doing is you're depositing the Hex into the smart contract. That Hex is getting burned, and in turn, you're getting T-shares. And then once your stake is over, you then exchange those T-shares back into Hex that you can then convert into US dollars and take as profit. So what I did is I took the total E-shares, or the total T-shares, I'm sorry, which was 141.32 if we go with this figure right here. And we do 1,000 days staking, which means you cannot take out your principal, you're not gonna be able to take out your interest until the end of stake. And then you have your Hex payout per T-share per day, which goes up as the price of Hex goes up. And obviously it goes with the market volatility. But you can see right now that T-share daily close price in USD hovers right around, we want to actually look at the daily Hex payout per T-share, hovers right around 6.1, 6.2. And it's been doing that for quite a while here, between, I would say, right around 800 days all the way up to 950. It's kind of stabilized there for quite some time. So what I did is I took that 6.1, T-share per day, and what I did with that is you simply take that and you times it by days in stake and total T-shares, and that gives your total Hex yield right here, okay? So just times those three figures. And then we can project a USD price of HEX over the course of the next 3 years. So I went pretty dang conservative and I said $2. Okay, I got in at 0.047 cents. Let's project the price goes to $2. The USD value of my yield is going to be $1.7 million. My principal is now going to be worth $4.2 million. So I'm going to get paid out the principal and the yield here, and that's almost $6 million in value. And then my total percentage, you could see here, and then roughly my APY would be right around, this is very conservative numbers, right around 14.9%. Okay, so as T shares, the HEX payout per T share can change, right? The price of HEX can change. We can actually go over here to stakehex.today, and we can mess with these different numbers. So right now it's 6.1 HEX per day, right? Now what I can actually do is I can input the amount of HEX that I've got. This is the current total USD value, number of stakes. I can stack these if I want to, or it could just be simply one stake, and then a maximum days. Let's say it's 1,000 days, and that will give us roughly, and this is based off of the price, and we can change this, right? We could change this to, we could be super conservative. We can change this to $2, okay? We can change this to, let's say, now this goes to $5. So I can bring this down, and we could just keep this at 6.1 HEX per day, and that's roughly $15 million over the course of, you know, the next 3 years, which, man, anything can happen. These are just simply projections. Now 2022, we're about right here. This would be 2025, about right here. So we can bring this more on this timeline. But this just gives you a rough idea of the projected, you know, value of your stake plus your principal on what you could actually make. So you can actually see these numbers right here: 4.5 principal, 10.3. So my total profit, or not profit, but my total value would be $14.9 million, which would give me roughly a profit of $14.8 million because I initially put in $100,000. That's 122x ROI, which anything can happen. And we can even say, let's just be super conservative and bring this back down to like $1.41, $1.22, and you could see the projected USD value, which is still pretty dang good. So, you know, I'm super bullish on HEX because of its utility, because of its potential. You can check out the link section, and I'll include links below where you can learn more about Richard Hart. You can learn more about, you know, really anything that has to do with HEX, from staking to the exchanges to, you know, like I said, Pulse Swap, Pulse X, Pulse Chain is going to be released here very, very soon. And I think that's going to create some positive price action for HEX. So I'm really bullish on the news with HEX. I'm really, you know, involved with the community now moving forward, and I'm excited to see the potential of this. Let me know what you think of HEX below. It seems like it's very one-sided. You either absolutely love HEX or you hate HEX and you're calling it a scam. And it's cool because you can go over here to more and you can click on scam. And this breaks down, is HEX a pyramid scheme? Is it an MLM? Is it a bubble? All the questions that people ask. Is it illegal? Will the government make it illegal? So you guys need to check this stuff out. I give you guys a quick overview. Again, I put my money where my mouth is. I put quite a bit into this. This is not saying that you should whatsoever. This is just simply saying this is something that I believe in. So HEX is one of my top recommendations. Drip is one of my top recommendations. Animal Farm, EMP.money. I've got 4 main projects in my bag that are projected to do very, very well over the course of the next few weeks, months, and years. And HEX is one of those that I'm adding to. Thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. What do you think? Comment this below. What do you think the price of HEX is going to be in the next 3 years? I'll give you my prediction. I think Hex is going to be at least $3.50. That's my prediction. You guys let me know what your prediction is. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.